Namaste. Welcome to week 2 of From Achievement to Alignment. Last week we have explored awareness. We discovered that success alone does not create peace. We learned that we are more than our thoughts. We also explored purpose, emotional mastery, and the importance of inner alignment. And perhaps a realization began to emerge. You don't need to become someone else, but you need to become more fully yourself. But if purpose already exists within us, why do so many people feel disconnected from it? Why do intelligent, capable, successful people often feel uncertain about their direction? Why do we sometimes sense that something meaningful is calling us, yet struggle to move towards it? Vedanta offers a beautiful insight. The problem is rarely that purpose is absent. The problem is that purpose is covered. It is covered by conditioning, fear, noise. It is also covered by patterns we rarely pause to examine. Today, we'll explore 5 hidden traps that quietly pull us away from our Swadharma. Not so that we can judge ourselves, but we can see more clearly. Because what we see clearly begins to lose its power over us. Before we explore the obstacles, let's briefly revisit Swadharma. Swa means own, and dharma refers to that which sustains, aligns, and expresses our true nature. Swadharma is not merely a profession, or it is not a job title, a designation, but it is your authentic way of participating in life. It is your natural expression, your unique contribution. Think of a seed. A mango seed does not spend its life trying to become a rose, or a banyan tree does not compare itself to a lotus. Each expresses what is already within it. Human beings are different. We have the freedom to ignore our nature, to imitate others, to chase approval, to follow the expectations. And when we do, we gradually lose the connection with our own path. Patanjali calls avidya as the root cause of all the suffering. Avidya is often translated as ignorance. It's not lack of knowledge. It means misperception, like mistaking one thing for another. For example, we mistake achievement for fulfillment, or we may mistake approval for self worth, or busyness for significance. Because of this confusion, we keep searching in places that can never fully satisfy us. Many people are not lacking purpose, but they are simply looking through a distorted lens. The first step towards Swadharma is learning to see clearly. The second obstacle is our samskaras. Samskaras are mental impressions created through our own experiences, upbringing, culture, education, and environment. Over time, these impressions become invisible scripts. So, success means earning more, kind of prestige matters the most. You should not disappoint others. We choose security over meaning, or we follow the path that is admired the most. Many of us inherited these beliefs without ever questioning them. And eventually we stop asking, what feels true for me? Instead, we ask, what should I want? The challenge is that a life built entirely on inherited expectations will often create external success and internal disconnection. Swadharma begins when awareness replaces automatic conditioning. One of the most powerful teachings from Yoga Sutra is the idea of Raga and Dvesha. Raga is attachment. Patanjali says Sukhanushayi Raga. Dvesha is aversion. Dukkhanushayi Dvesha. Together, they greatly influence many of our decisions. Imagine you feel called towards something meaningful. Could be a new direction, a new project, a deeper expression of yourself. Almost immediately, two fears appear. What if I fail? And what will people think? At first, these seem like different fears. But yoga says they emerge from the same roots. Fear of failure comes from raga. So it is attachment to success, attachment to certainty, attachment to looking competent. When our identity becomes attached to success, failure starts feeling threatening. Not because failure is dangerous, but because we believe it says something about who we are. Fear of judgment often comes from dvesha. It's the desire to avoid criticism, avoid rejection, avoid discomfort or embarrassment. And so we stay silent. We stay small. We stay where it feels safe. Notice what happens. We become attached to approval. We become attached to success while simultaneously trying to avoid criticism and failure. Now our choices are no longer guided by dharma. They are guided by fear. This is why Krishna's teaching in the Bhagavad Gita is so powerful. He tells Arjuna, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have a choice over your actions, not over the fruits. Act for dharma, not from attachment, not from avoidance or fear. And that is karma yoga. And it is one of the most powerful antidotes to raga and dvesha. Comparison may be one of the biggest challenges of modern life. Every day we are exposed to other people's achievements. We are exposed to other people's careers, lifestyles, their success stories. And slowly comparison creates confusion. Someone else's path begins to look like our purpose. Someone else's success becomes our benchmark. The Bhagavad Gita offers a timeless reminder. Better one's own dharma through imperfectly lived than another's dharma perfectly lived. The purpose of your life is not to become a better version of someone else. It is to become a fuller version of yourself. And perhaps this final obstacle is one that affects almost everyone. The noise, constant stimulation, constant distraction, constant input from the outer world. Most people are surrounded by information all day long. Yet, very few create space for stillness. And without stillness, purpose becomes difficult to hear. Imagine trying to listen to a whisper in a crowded room. That is how many of us try to hear from our inner wisdom. Swadharma does not usually arrive as a dramatic revelation. Most often it emerges quietly through reflection, presence, silence, and the willingness to listen. As we close, I'd like to leave you with one question. Ask yourself, which of these blocks is currently strongest in my life? Is it avidya? Or is it my samskaras, the conditioning? Is it attachment and fear, raga, dvesha? Or is it comparison? Or is it the noise and lack of stillness? Awareness is where change begins. Because once you see the block, you no longer have to be controlled by that block. If there is one thing I want you to remember today, it is this. Your Swadharma is rarely lost, or it is rarely achieved externally. It is usually covered. It is covered by conditioning, fear, comparison, covered by the noise of the world. The path to purpose is often less about finding something new and more about removing what is in the way. And that is why today we anchor on I see the blocks, I am breaking them. Keep reminding yourself, keep coming back to this. I see the blocks and I am breaking them. In our next episode, we will explore one of the most overlooked tools for clarity, leadership, and purpose, which is the art of stillness. Why silence is your most powerful leadership tool. Because purpose becomes easier to hear when the noise begins to quiet. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, stay curious, stay aware, and remember the path to purpose begins when you stop looking outside and start listening within. Namaste.